toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Stanford's offense will get first crack at it today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Floats it out in space. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. They'll send the back in motion. They just keep firing. Fakes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Stanford going back to work with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Stanford! And they strike first. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Coming out with it, it's Hurley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. Now on the option. Shakes off the defender. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fakes the grab. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to them early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
With the catch, it's Avant. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as his offense tries to mount a drive.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Quarterbacks get all the credit, rightfully so. They're the guys taking the snap every play. But my goodness, that dude could have run a 40-yard dash back there in the pocket before he had to throw a stripe for a completion.
To the ground with the back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going right to work up top. Working that left side now. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Now a first down from the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Lost a throw on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Might be calling a hot route. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cardinal cranks things back up with a second down. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. Wants to throw again. Life is back in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Stanford to the line on 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
He might want another play. On 4th down, looking to pass. Converts on 4th down, still going. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over UCLA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal. No Mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. From the gun, Give on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Finds the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He got it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
42, Spider.
Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Fuller. And he won't be able to push his way in. He's stopped at the 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll use the jet sweep to try to convert here. And they stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
I know it's early, but you're down by a lot of points. You've got to go for it here on 4th down, David. I'm finding my best player offensively and giving him a shot.
And what you said is all the difference in the world. I'm already down a lot early. I got to make some things happen. This is a situation to get a touchdown. I'm going for it.
This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
24, NC State, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the lone running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to the ground with the running back. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll look to pen him deep. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto.
Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hurley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second.
Oh, he's got some space. Lowers those pads. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Makes the grab. Nice that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot and I go attack it.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The Cardinal come to the line facing third and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on third down. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he gets enough to give Stanford a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run play action. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, you know, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball in the ground.
Breaks into the open. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in, it's Brown. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Dang, that's unfortunate. I wish I could say I've never seen that before, but I've seen Reese run routes. You know, when we go to all these different stadiums and call these games, we go on the field and do a spin session before the game. That looked just like Reese Davis.
Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Stanford!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The play action fake. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. At the 35, he's loose. Bust through behind his pad. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Running back searching for a hole. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Picks up the first down, still moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Touchdown, Cardinal! That's the way you finish a drive and put on points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Wants to go up top. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Making side adjustments here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man quickly. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man, and it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today, and this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Fires it incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Rush is on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Stanford now has it in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Stanford! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
Turning it on! And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
He wants a big play here late. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
NC State, 24.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to go up top on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. One more play to pad the stats.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already...
Oh, he wants it all. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Hold it.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even...